The Biden family and Ukraine. John Solomon joins me now. His team filed a Freedom of Information Act request and found some memos that changed the entire story from the Biden camp. All right, John, what have you found?
Well, it's pretty clear that Hunter Biden, his business partner Devon Archer, and their legal lobbying team in America for the company Burisma, a Ukrainian-owned company, had VIP access to the top of the State Department. Hunter Biden talks to Tony Blinken, the deputy secretary, on a couple occasions. That's very significant. Blinken is the closest national security advisor Joe Biden had during his time in the White House.
Hunter Biden himself talked
directly
to John Kerry's guy?
Yes, the deputy secretary. And before he was John Kerry's guy, he was Joe Biden's guy. Wow. A very important, significant contact. Then Devon Archer, his fellow Burisma board member, was talking to John Kerry directly. But the most significant contact occurs in late February of 2016. That's when Burisma's legal team, an American legal team brought in to help this Ukrainian gas company try to overcome these corruption allegations. They go to the State Department, to the number 3 official, Undersecretary Novatelli, and they specifically demand that the State Department help end these corruption allegations against Burisma. And when they do it, they invoke Hunter Biden's name. They say, you need to help us because Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, is on the board.
And that's why you put Hunter Biden on the board. That's exactly why you do it. It's like a protection deal. All right. So this was not known before, and this was never discussed. And now we know from the memos that you've uncovered, this has been documented, that this Ukraine company, Burisma, natural gas, a lot of corrupt allegations over there, owned by Russian oligarch. They lobbied the Obama administration hard to stop the corruption investigations into them inside Ukraine. Is that what we have?
100%. And they played the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden card in doing so. And it's very important to understand what precipitated this approach. February 2016, beginning of the Democratic primaries, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump being set up for the fall election. All of a sudden, the Ukrainian prosecutor, Shokin, raids the home of Hunter Biden's boss, the owner of Burisma Holdings, a guy named Zolchevsky, that Ukrainian oligarch you just mentioned. They raid that home. They take the man's possessions and his goods and his documents, his favorite luxury car. In early February 16, after 2 years of quiet, there's panic inside Burisma that maybe Hunter Biden isn't buying us the protection that we had because the Ukrainians are closing in on the boss. And it is that event that precipitates the legal team going to the State Department saying, you got to help us get rid of these corruption allegations. A very important time sequence for people to understand. That
timeline's critical. So the prosecutor raids the home of the owner of Burisma. Panic sets in. Burisma hires a lobbying team to lobby hard the Obama administration. Get rid of this prosecution. Get rid of these corruption allegations. And then the next thing that happens, Joe Biden goes over there and says, fire the prosecutor. Well, you know what? We have the tape. Let's play the tape.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said, I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired.
I mean, when you see the whole thing come into perspective, it changes the entire Biden defense. 30 seconds.
It does. And let me just tell you one other thing. The day that prosecutor was fired, that same American legal team that had been lobbying the State Department, they show up in Ukraine asking to meet the replacement prosecutor right away. Let's make this thing go away. These events were tied together in ways that Joe Biden has not been willing to admit.
All right. John Solomon, thank you for your reportage.
Thank you.